Today I'm going to demonstrate the UptimePM app. This is the main login screen. Notice that you can log in with Face ID. We also allow for Touch ID. So it's very simple for operators. Once they log in once, if they have Touch ID or Face ID, very easy for them to log back in. Once I log in here, I'm immediately taken to my equipment page. And as you can see, I've got a long list of pieces of equipment here. It's important to note that if you have an operator that only operates one piece of equipment or two pieces of equipment, that is all they will see on this page or any of these pages. You assign the equipment that you want them to see in the mobile app. On the bottom left-hand corner, you see an excavator icon, and it says PM. This is the page where they would come and do their daily inspection on their equipment. The next icon is a problem icon. If they want to report a problem with the machine, this is where they would come. Fluids. If they enter fluids into the machine, whether it's diesel, hydraulic, engine oil, this is where they can come and quickly input the type of fluid that they're putting in and the amount. The settings screen is where they can turn on their Face ID or Touch ID. They can log out. We also have two different themes here, a dark theme and a light theme. For this demonstration, however, I'm going to use the dark theme. I'm going to go back to the excavator icon on the bottom, and I'm going to demonstrate a daily inspection with this piece of equipment I have here at the top called Test Demo. As you can see at the top, you have the piece of equipment, the name of the piece of equipment, and then you have whether it's a pre-shift or post-shift, and simply by clicking one of these boxes, this is how the operator will determine whether it's pre-shift or post-shift. Below that, it shows the number of steps. There are 3 steps in this demonstration, 100% customizable. Some pieces of equipment may have fewer steps, some may have many, many more. Then you have the subject item. In this case, it's the outer appearance of the machine. And notice we have the accompanying Spanish right next to it. So very easy for you to customize for some of your Spanish speakers. And they will be able to see it in Spanish, and you'll be able to see it in English. Below that, you have 3 status. These are the default statuses in the inspection template. These can also be modified. They can be changed. You can have additional statuses if you would like. This is all customizable. Below that, there's another square icon. That is where they can take a picture. Each item in the template will have the ability to take a picture and enter a comment below. So once they have taken a look at the outer appearance of the machine, everything's good, they can move on to the next item. In this case, they have to check the engine oil. And notice we have the engine oil that goes in this particular machine. So there's never any guessing. The operator can see right there exactly which engine oil goes into the machine. Notice on this particular item below the status, below needs replacement, it says fluid. Well, engine oil is a consumable, so if they add any engine oil, they check it, it's low, they can say that they have added 4 quarts, and we'll go ahead and track that on the machine for them. Let's try to move to the next step. And at the bottom, it says at least 1 photo required. So in the template, we decided that the operator must take a photo during this step. This is a very helpful thing to make sure that your operators are accountable and that they are actually checking instead of just, they're actually checking it because we're requiring a photo. Instead of just checking off on some piece of paper, this actually will make them do it. So now they have to take a picture. Notice here in the picture of my keyboard, there's no ability to insert a photo from the library, so they have to take a live picture. And this picture is not stored on their phone. This will be stored in the app. So we don't have to worry about taking up any more space on the operator's phone. So we'll go ahead and snap a picture here, and we'll use the photo, and we'll insert it here. If you want to take multiple photos, you can. They have the ability to, but for this particular demonstration, we will just take one. Now it'll allow me to go to the next step. In this case, it's to check the radiator. Well, let's say the operator finds out there's something wrong. He looked at the radiator and there's something wrong with it, and they decide that something needs replacement or needs service. They have selected needs replacement here and to let you know. And notice, if they do that, if they select needs replacement on the template, we've denoted that if an operator says something needs replacement, we want to know what needs replacement. So we want some communication from them, not just a check mark saying that something's wrong here. We want them to actually communicate with us. So we have to force them to enter a comment here. Now they can type in this comment if they want. They can type just like I did there, or they can actually use the dictate button on their phone for voice, and they can dictate right into their phone what the problem is. The rad fins are bent. Night shift did it. Oop, it didn't get it. It's always night shift's fault. So now they have told us what is wrong with it. They've given us a comment. They can even, again, take a picture if they want. Right there. And now we are complete with the 3 of 3 steps. But there's a last step. The last step is always built in, whether it is the hours on their machine or the miles. Before they are able to click this check mark button in the middle to save it, it says equipment hours are required. So I'm going to go ahead and put in 200 hours, and I'm going to hit select again. Now it tells me the hour meter image is required. So again, they have got to back up their hour meter input with a picture of the meter. So we'll take a picture here and use the photo, and we'll submit it. And look at that. The equipment hours are required. So this means that the hours that were input were invalid. The system will not allow the operator to input any hours that are lower than the previous meter reading. And additionally, they won't allow them to input an hour meter reading that is significantly greater. So this says the equipment hours are required again. So this tells me it's wrong. So I'm going to go ahead and put the correct hour meter reading. And then we'll go ahead and submit this. And that is a PM.